Sekarang dah 10.20. Hello. Sekejap. I tak sure kita dah live ke tak. I'm checking this. Sampai tak?
Yep, I have to check on my phone as well.
Let me check on Facebook. Ya Allah. Hai.
Yeah, we are.
Okay,
Hello
hi.
everyone. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry for the delay. We have been having masalah teknikal. Misteri alam.
Yeah, we're all technical experts here.
Sangat expert tau. Anyway, terima kasih sebab sudi singgah ke page The Scarlet Teja Project, dan pada malam ini kita akan bersama dengan all four of us. I panggil Sri Kandi lah. Sajalah kan, nak rasa macam pahlawan.
Traditional gitu, macam poetic
macam
gitu.
Macam berperang kan. Tapi sebenarnya bukanlah nak perang. So stay tuned untuk tahu more about this course, and thank you so much untuk siapa yang telah like this page, share this page, and like DM us and ask more and be curious about what we are going to do. Thank you so much. Hari ni kita dah reach the first 200 of our followers, and thank you so much for making that happen. Kita akan start dulu. If you notice, kita kekurangan satu ahli. Iaitu seorang lagi, Kak Gaya, yang dia akan join. Itulah, we were trying to solve benda lah ni. Semua pun ada masalah teknikal, bukan Tak Gaya je. Tapi rasanya okey lah, kita move on je dulu. Okay, so bila Tak Gaya ready, dia akan masuk dan join kita. Okay, so sebelum mulakan, saya nak kenalkan diri dulu. Nama saya Nia Syahrul, dan saya adalah satu daripada 4 The Scarlet Teja. Dan untuk disclaimer sebelum kita move on, space ni adalah tempat untuk kita share perspektif, share story, apa-apa opinion yang kami share bukanlah the end all or be all. Maksudnya don't take it as Bible. Maksudnya kita bukan expert, but we do want to share our perspective and stories, and hopefully that will be helpful lah for you guys yang listen, and as well as us, sebab kita semua tengah learn and want to know more about each other. And also this space adalah a safe space, so any hate speech, anything yang tak sesuai in terms of macam putting down anybody, doesn't matter any gender, any organisation, anything, is not welcome here, and we will be very strict about that. So whenever we offer any opinion ataupun story, please be respectful of everyone. Dan juga kerana we want to talk about issues yang might need a lot of maturity, we would like to keep this space 18 and above, because it is very important to engage in a conversation like this dengan people who are ready in terms of maturity lah. If you are below 18, please make sure that you have like parental guidance, because there are things you might not that might not be appropriate for your level to comprehend on your own unique guidance. Okay? Hi, welcome back Atika. Kenapa hilang macam semua? Okay, boleh kenalkan diri dulu. Jihan dan Atika.
Sure.
Atika, you wanna go first? Okay. Hi, my name is Jihan. I am one of the 4 Powerpuff Girls as well. And I'm quite excited lah to be in this project sebab it encourages healthy conversation. And alamak, nampak I punya dapur lah. Dah pusing. Okay.
Jadi I guna magic kain, you know.
Ada saya tak boleh tukar lah. Bila tukar tu nampak terlampau banyak background.
Dia macam white.
Okay, kita stick je. Okay, go on, Jihan.
Okay, so I'm very excited to respond to the questions yang mana yang boleh lah. And as Nia said, kita bukan expert, so most of the answers yang daripada kita is from our opinion and our experience. So that's all from me. Carry on.
Hi, I'm Atika, and I'm as In cakap tadi, one of the Sri Kandis, which I suka sebenarnya kalau macam bahasa-bahasa Malaysia traditional ni, dia macam rasa macam ada sikit gah kat situ. Anyway, yeah, so I am an educator, so sometimes when I teach, I hear a lot of macam my students cakap benda-benda yang macam membimbangkan I lah, macam assumptions yang I thought benda tu jadi waktu time kita je. I rasa macam budak-budak sekarang dah lain sikit pendapat dia orang, but masih lagi ada. So I macam agak concerned. So I am excited with Scarlet Teja ni because I feel like sometimes they have assumptions but they don't know where to go to with that assumption. And then mungkin diorang akan cakap sama-sama kawan yang sama umur sebab diorang rasa lagi open, tapi maybe they don't know the root cause ke, ataupun maybe diorang macam like tak tahu how it ended up that way. So I rasa macam excited to find out like what is our what's in our discourse, and are we helping, you know, people to like consider a few things, that consider some social unwritten social rules ke, macam tu lah. I pun yeah, I mean that's a little bit about me, but like I hope we have some very interesting insights, and if not pun, I think it's just great that we have, you know, people who we
Like,
trust to talk with.
Yeah, support system lah I think yang lacking in a sense that bila kita nak tanya soalan apa-apa yang macam agak di luar kebiasaan untuk diutarakan, biasanya orang akan macam frown upon lain, terus label like kau ni macam, kau kenapa kau fikir macam tu, kau liberal ke, kau apa
Liberal,
ke kan.
yeah.
Liberal kan, macam padahal it's just like
Yeah.
I think we want to encourage the culture of curiosity is not bad, but you cannot just ask question membututuli and terus decide without finding out, without trying to understand the counter argument and the alternatives. So this is why we try to navigate this conversation lah. Okay, sekejap. Tadi Azaria dah keluar balik dah pula. Okay, tak apa.
Azaria, you're lost.
Okay, hang on. I masukkan dia kejap. Okay. Loading. While waiting for the video to load, terima kasih sekali lagi kepada yang baru join. Kita orang adalah the four of Sri Kandi of Scarlet Teja ni. Untuk siapa yang baru join, kami ada 4, iaitu Nia, saya, Jihan, dan bawah tu tudung biru Atika, and yang baru join ni Tagaya. Yeay. Dan jangan lupa share juga video ni.
Hi.
Azaria, kita orang dah habis introduce ourselves. How about cakap pasal you pula?
Okay, so kena bagi tahu buat apa semua.
Tak. What you want to share je lah.
From Scarlet Teja ni lah.
So basically kalau orang yang baru kenal, baru tengok, I'm sure kita ada banyak follower yang tak kenal all four of us. So in short, siapa kita and kenapa kita dekat sini. So, okay.
Okay, so basically, kenapa I join Scarlet Teja lah, why I'm interested to be a part of this project, sebab I think the Scarlet Teja is going to be like a safe space untuk women, untuk females, like to express themselves, but not just like share ideas, tapi juga boleh tanya soalan, things yang macam selama ni kita nak tanya tapi kita tak nak tanya dekat macam public space. Kadang-kadang kita akan tanya dekat kita girlfriends ataupun best friends, tapi itu pun selalunya kita akan hold back sebab nanti dia akan tahu macam personal things pasal kita kan. So I guess Scarlet Teja ni, kalau I a young woman out there, I nak channel macam ni yang mana I boleh express myself, I boleh tanya soalan, and then kita akan dapat jawapan daripada orang yang macam like-minded and orang yang tahu nak cerita pasal hal-hal tersebut. So sebab tu I join Scarlet Teja ni sebab I think ada orang boleh learn something from each of us, the four of us, and then ada juga benda yang I nak learn from other people sebab kita banyak benda yang kita tak tahu dalam dunia ni. And sekarang ni macam banyak sangat isu kan. So isu-isu tu I rasa perlu dibincangkan. And bukan just through Facebook yang kita just baca note orang je, itu just like one-sided. So sebab tu I nak join this project.
Yeah, and when we talk about cakap pasal isu-isu ni, rasanya live adalah satu cara untuk kita interact directly pada audience. Jadi, we do encourage you guys to leave comments, and as we speak about this, we would like to hear from you. So just type je, and I will show, and maybe kita boleh have a reaction terus. And I think tadi I tak exactly reveal ataupun talk about myself sangat lagi. Okay, basically I am an educator as well, but this is a passion project that we do. This has no none of us buat benda ni dan ada kaitan dengan any of our professional work. This is our personal passion project, and therefore we would like to have this sebagai satu usaha lah untuk kita macam ni macam lebih casual lah talk about things. Okay.
Dan lagi satu macam
dan,
biasa on social media sometimes when people do post or whatever, sekarang ada banyak masalah doxing atau cancelling, like macam bila orang cakap something je, terus orang punya reaction macam sangat wild. So bila diorang tak ada a place where I just want to ask a question, like I want to find out and I want to comment this, but I don't want people to find out who I am, kan? Which is where we had already an initiative hari tu kan, yang macam you nak tanya soalan, you pergi kat Google Form tu kan, which for I feel like that's our tempat yang macam paling safe for korang nak tanya soalan tu, and for our live sessions that's where we'll be answering those questions lah. So you don't have to worry if people are going to dox you ke, people are going to find out, oh orang yang tanya ni mesti dia macam ada ciri-ciri orang murtad ke apa ke kan. So because you know people are so quick, macam sekarang ni online is like so easy for people to make judgments, you know, thank you next. So I rasa macam if some people out there like love to be online but they don't want people to dox them ke, or like to find out about them, so yeah.
Yep, exactly. So I think kita dah boleh move on kepada I dah list down kan FAQ yang kita orang dapat so far. Sebenarnya the first makluman tentang the Scarlet Teja Project was released on 20th of April last month. Dan di situ di mana link untuk tanya soalan secara anonymous telah dikeluarkan. So kita orang ada Instagram, kalau sesiapa yang tak tahu, kita orang ada Instagram. Kita orang everywhere nama dia sama je, The Scarlet Teja Project. Facebook The Scarlet Teja Project, Instagram The Scarlet Teja Project, YouTube The Scarlet Teja Project, and then we will also we do have a Telegram channel for support. I will talk about all this later in more detail. Cuma basically we are everywhere as The Scarlet Teja Project. Jadi search saja dan you akan jumpa. Okay, jom kita jawab satu soalan yang pertama FAQ. The Scarlet Teja Project ni I kena hide dan I kena ni tika dekat tika tu. Apa sebenarnya Scarlet Teja Project ni? In short, tadi kita dah macam reveal a bit lah kan. Tapi in short lah, kalau orang macam nak tanya apa sebenarnya Scarlet Teja Project ni in short.
I rasa macam for me, I would title it as a club for curious minds. So like we nurture curiosity, we nurture finding out, and we nurture asking. Because a lot of people I tak tahu lah, a lot of people, that might be a generalization, but I do notice like my students or the people that I interact with sometimes have a curious question tapi macam macam mana nak tanya soalan ni. Setelah for me that would be what I would title it lah, Club for Curious Minds.
Yo.
Macam gitu.
Kalau I pun macam lebih kurang sama lah, tapi for me specifically I rasa it's a support system lah. For me personally paling penting adalah to feel like you are heard. So if you're curious macam Atika cakap, then this is a place for you to ask and be heard. Macam I do see us as the big sister. Again sebenarnya sebab most of us, not all, most of us adalah women in 30s. So I'm not going to reveal siapakah most tu kan. Tapi macam I personally I'm proud to be 34 this year. I am proud to be who I am now. I am a mother of 3. I dah 34, you know, like because that shows that I've gone through a lot in life, and I pernah jadi orang yang perlukan that support system, and now I feel like I have the power to you know, to help people who are like the younger me, you know. So this is the time. Yeah, Tagaya, you were saying?
Okay, so for me, sama
okay.
je macam mana yang ini kita cakap tu, it's a space. So it's a space where people can share, can ask questions, and macam Atika cakap, no judgments. So this is going to be a safe space for women to be heard, untuk tanya soalan juga. And it's not just for I think. Untuk men juga kadang-kadang diorang ada tanya, diorang pun nak tanya soalan yang kita jawab. So I think this is going to be a safe space untuk semua orang share. And paling penting yang pasal no judgments tu lah. Kita kena hentikan yang budaya cancelling, budaya kecam-kecam orang, especially online bila orang tak nampak kita kan. So I think yang Google Forms tu a good way lah untuk kita tanya soalan anonymously. No, for me.
Kalau Pak Jihan.
I punya jawapan sebenarnya sama je dengan semua orang. So it's a safe space and things like that. And most importantly untuk I sebenarnya dia adalah satu space yang mana kalau you tanya soalan yang tak tradisional, yang melawan arus, dia orang tak sepatutnya macam terus cancel you dan tak menjawab pun soalan yang ditujukan, because the most important thing is for you to have macam spark the conversation. The first step is to spark the conversation lah. So ada comment, questioning is a good approach
Kan,
to
bagus
learning.
Thank you for the comment.
Wah.
Yeah, questioning is a good approach to learning, because bila kita tak tahu, kita akan takut. I think a lot of people jadi takut dengan benda yang dia tak tahu. Contohnya macam benda yang tabu, and so dia jadi macam jangan cakap, and then you jadi takut dengan benda tu. Sedangkan tak semua benda kita kena distance ourselves from. I think knowledge is power anyway. And then I think the second soalan yang selalu orang tanya juga, kenapa kena buang ke? Sorry, I macam kena navigate benda lah ni. Ni kenapa nak ada Scarlet Teja Project ni? You know, like we have so many outlets tau dekat luar tu, yang macam a lot of group yang support women ataupun yang talk about all these things, and yang lagi besar, kenapa nak ada kita? Apa beza Scarlet Teja Project ni?
It's never too much.
Yeah, I agree. I was just
It's
about to
never too
say.
much.
I totally agree, because I was thinking, should there be a limit of spaces for people to be safe and ask questions? I don't think so.
Yep. I personally rasa macam ni tau, like the world is big enough and there's enough sunshine for everyone, and there's never enough, macam tak ada limit lah untuk any good cause. Kalau you nak buat baik, dia tak ada limit, macam tu lah.
Also, I feel like sometimes because and now sekarang everyone is a little bit adventurous, everyone is trying out new pages and stuff. There are things you might find in one group that you don't find in another group, and there are things that you appreciate in one group but you feel a bit uncomfortable with in another group. So it's and that shows the nature that again goes back to the curiosity lah. That goes back to the nature of you trying things out and figuring things out. So I rasa macam I really hate the idea that only this is only this part is, you know, ni je yang bagus. Like this is the only place I'm going to get all my information from. I think that's quite limiting lah in that sense.
Yeah, perspective. It's very important. That's where you akan learn more lah, ada diversity, perbezaan. Like I think meraihkan perbezaan tu agak penting. And also Azaria, I nak minta you cakap pasal benda yang you share with us about us being the social channel, which is, I think it's very important to note, because we are not the mainstream media, and that's why we have more like freedom and flexibility. Oh my god, tak boleh nak cakap ni. But yeah, Taga, can you talk more about that? Lagging ke? Hello, Azaria, dengar tak?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Azaria,
There
Azaria,
it is.
can you hear us? Okay, Azaria, tadi yang pasal you mention us being the social channel. So what is the difference between the mainstream media, the social channel, and other things?
Tak dengar tau actually.
Oh, ya ke? Alamak.
We're learning
Okay,
as we go. We're learning as we go about the technology and the.
Something wrong.
Kena. Okay, tak apa. I think we move on dulu and then
Yeah.
let's put a pin on it. Azaria, dah dengar? Dah boleh dengar?
Sekejap
Oh my god.
I feel like this is so
Tak
macam
dengar,
relatable for a lot of people sekarang because we're all in
Audio
our Zoom
problem.
punya.
Okay, type kat komen kejap. Azaria.
We have another question as well. Bukan a question but comment juga.
Maybe, sekejap,
Uh-uh.
I think ada audio problem. So, I tak boleh dengar you guys clearly. Tapi, the video nothing wrong. So, kalau you nak tanya I soalan dalam chat, maybe I boleh jawab.
Kejap
Okay.
Kejap, I'm typing.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Can you see?
Okay, so pasal the Scarlet Teja being like a social channel kan. So kita need a safe space untuk kita express our. So kita tak boleh tanya in a public channel kadang sebab number one macam takut kena kecam or takut dapat diskriminasi ataupun dapat negative comments yang mana kita tak boleh deal kan. Itu kalau kita suarakan pendapat. Kalau kita ask questions pun kadang tak nak tanya, tapi kalau tanya in a public channel dia ada orang cakap tahu itu pun nak tahu. So I guess this is like a safe space and a social channel sebab kita bukan macam channel rasmi kan, sebab kita guna social media kan. So it's a social channel yang bila kita ada Scarlet Teja Project ni, kita ada Facebook, ada YouTube, ada Instagram. So everyone can join. So kalau you takut nak komen live dekat Facebook, nanti orang tahu you punya identity, you can DM us on Instagram. So you can still have views heard ataupun you can still have you could answer. Dan bukan kita je yang akan jawab. Sebab kalau benda tu macam kononnya perlukan lawyer ke apa yang macam Inat cakap itu kan, maybe kita perlukan lawyer jawab daripada segi law. So kita akan tanya dekat lawyer tu macam apa langkah yang kita kena buat sebenarnya. So ini Scarlet Teja ni biarlah jadi medium untuk orang tanya soalan kepada the right channel. So kita akan salah orang kat channel tu. Yeah.
Yeah, betul. The fact that we are, I rasa kena clarify juga. We are not, we are not. Oh my god, this is so real.
That should have been a meme. That should have been a meme right there. There it is.
That's this is exactly like Exhibit A to show that we are not the proper channel macam mainstream tau. Kalau kat TV tak boleh tau macam ni. Tapi it is good for us.
I mean kat TV tak ada ke guna sari sebagai background? Tak pernah
Ada. Ada. Hai. Okay, babe. By the way, kita ada comment ni. Thank you so much for this comment from Sunyoma. People feel alone and scared to reveal taboos about themselves. Yeah, that's exactly it. And personally, macam I work, macam my professional work doesn't allow me to, like I have a responsibility untuk uphold a certain reputation masa kerja kan. So this is where I can really let go. I dah clock out daripada kerja, so malam I can have this conversation and hopefully sebenarnya macam the mission is actually to educate and try to encourage people to question and find answers and validate the things that they know. Maksudnya macam kalau you baca benda tu, is it from a credible source or not, to just again make sure that we are moving and progressing to a better space lah as masyarakat, as society in general actually. So it's just that we're doing this and not limiting the topics so that everyone can feel accepted ataupun welcome. So thank you so much untuk orang yang dah dengar dan join sekarang. Okay, I think kita nak move on kepada the next one. Ni ramai orang tanya. Salah. Mana perempuan tu? Okay, Scarlet Teja Project ni untuk perempuan je ke? Kalau lelaki?
laki, perempuan,
Hmm.
or whatever you identify yourself as. Like we said, this is not a space for judgment. So why should we stop at gender? So mungkin it might feel like that right now. So, but I mean, look at us lah. There's like, it's like all women right now. But this is the starting point. I think Azaria, she stated this early on that initially it probably us. But like you said before, Nia, kita nanti akan, we already have all these communication channels, dah ada Instagram, dah ada Telegram channel, dah ada apa-apa. So like if those places allow anyone to join, we're also like that. Like gender isn't a requirement to stop you from joining us, good.
Okay. Personally, I kena reveal kenapa these 4 girls are in this project. The 3 of them ni adalah kawan I throughout of my life. To be honest, sebenarnya each of them panggil I nama lain-lain sebab they are from different stage of my life. And these girls yang melalui different stage of my life, and we have similar vision, and I feel like kalau I nak buat something yang close to my heart, I should do it with people that I really trust and I really like close with. So ni lah Atikah, and then Jihan dan juga Tagaya, yang I trust bukan sahaja that they are very kind sebab dia adalah kawan-kawan baik I, but also I trust diorang punya intellectual, I trust that diorang punya kindness to everyone as well, and diorang punya macam mindset in a sense that they are very helpful dan accepting, and I think we need more of that. And I have been blessed to know all these girls, and I would like to share them with you guys. I feel like that's the main thing, and sebab itulah nampaknya sekarang ni semua perempuan, because I find I betul-betul cari orang yang betul-betul I trust, but at the same time also nanti kita akan ada lelaki juga, kita akan ada juga orang-orang lain yang also join the conversation, because I do realize that it can tend to be macam dia macam tak berapa nak variety kalau we only have one-sided kan. Dia macam tak best sangat. So nanti kita akan jemputlah juga lelaki and everyone. The issues that we raise, of course, isu-isu yang dekat di hati juga yang kita orang. And because kita orang perempuan, sudah banyaklah juga kot isu-isu wanita yang akan dibawa. Sebab what can I say? We are girls. So di situlah. But in general, this space is for everyone. Bukan hanya untuk girls. Sebab to be honest, kalau kita cakap pasal topik-topik perempuan, lelaki pun terlibat juga, because we live in a society. Then if we talk about isu lelaki contohnya, like if we touch base on toxic masculinity, it is about guys, but also sebenarnya all those information and lesson should also be internalized and understood by us perempuan, because kita juga yang berada dalam society yang maybe enable that or contribute to that as well. So sebenarnya when we live in an ecosystem, everyone take part in any issue. So macam sekarang ni contohnya, kalau I nak touch base on apa yang tengah trending sekarang, isu Ain and cikgu sekolah dia about rape jokes and rape culture and stuff like that. They are student and teachers. Yeah, we can just say, it's just about teacher and students, but no, we are in this society, even though we are not in the same school, and we don't, macam I dah bukan student lagi, and we don't identify as teachers. It's still our problem because this is happening in our society.
And I feel like we need to not have to be that person in all. Oh, sorry.
Tak apa. Go ahead.
Go on. I nak connect dengan Caja. Go on.
I'll just be very quick. I rasa like we have to be in a world where kita tak payah nak jadi orang tu in order for us to understand that situation. Like I feel it's so important to have empathy, and you don't have to. Macam contohnya isu dulu Black Lives Matter ataupun whatever issue. I don't think you have to be black to understand their struggle. So I don't think you have to be Ain to understand what her teacher did. I don't think you have to be a teacher to understand, why that was so wrong. Macam tu lah.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tak gaya dulu.
Bila orang cakap kenapa macam untuk perempuan kan, tapi most of the issues sekarang memang revolve around
issues perempuan. Macam contoh yang Ain cakap tadi kan, rape culture, lepas tu macam banyaklah isu yang melibatkan perempuan yang kalau kita suarakan dekat public channel, kadang-kadang orang akan kecam, padahal kita akan find yang a lot of people are like-minded, yang think the way we think, yang kita pun nak stand up for women and girls juga, tapi kalau kita suarakan dekat some Facebook channel ke apa ke dalam comments ke, nanti ada yang dukung, tapi ramai gila yang akan kecam, yang akan macam alah dia ni je yang berfikiran macam ni, kenapa dia ni macam liberal sangat macam tu kan. Padahal sebenarnya ada banyak je. So saya rasa kenapa isu perempuan, sebab isu perempuan yang selalunya orang tak nak stand up for the girls yang jadi victim dalam hal tu. So saya rasa sebab tu kena ada projek macam Scarlet Teja ni. I don't think we are the only project. Maybe ada Facebook channel ke, pages ke kan. Tapi diorang tak dapat sokongan. So I guess itu yang paling penting kot. Kita need support and we need people who think the way we think. And ada kita punya same goal lah. Kita punya objektif lah. Untuk jadikan tempat ni macam safe space. Kalau ada anyone yang ada pendapat macam tu. So sebab tu isu dia pasal perempuan je. Sebab perempuan yang needs, like bukan needs defending. Macam kita kena tahu ada orang support kita and ada orang think apa yang kita rasa tu ada orang lain juga yang feel the same way.
Ya, I rasa sebab growing up juga banyak macam a lot of perempuan tak digalakkan untuk like question things kan, sebab nanti akan kena label and stuff like that. We had kalau kita cakap pasal linguistic side, kita ada banyak term untuk label perempuan macam perempuan emosi, overreact. But kalau lelaki buat benda yang sama, dia jadi macam dia macam wibawa, stern, matang gitu kan. Macam okay. So dia sebab macam ni tau, dia tak benda yang biasa dengan benda yang tak biasa dekat dalam society kita. And the fact that macam masa keluar kita punya gambar, I nak share, semalam kita reveal kita punya poster The Scarlet Teja, and to know that all four of us are perempuan, the reaction was like, wow, ni memang macam like perempuan punya pergerakan ke, like but these people are my friends yang macam yang cakap dengan I know they are not being like hating ke apa ke, but the reaction tu memang proof lah, because this is not common to ada projek macam ni selalu. Tapi kalau contohnya kita reveal ada 4 lelaki dekat dalam poster, kita tak ban an eye, it's just biasalah. Okay.
Biasalah.
Adalah tu projek dia. You know, tapi kalau perempuan, oh my god, adakah korang akan jadi feminist? Are you guys macam ada mission untuk macam hate on guys?
I feel like,
you know, like,
oh my god. No, the word again, like I feel like macam and we kind of have been repeating a couple of words yang I rasa macam for people it feels like a curse word, liberal and feminist. Benda tu macam kalau cakap tu macam I rasa boleh jadi macam sumpah lah, macam kalau I ni Voldemort, I cakap liberal feminist terus
betul.
Itu kan. So I mean, and I so agree with what Azaria said just now, like there are actually a lot of people who think the same way, but usually, and of course this is part of media, the most extreme aspects are always the ones that's pushed forward. There's no like middle ground, which is odd, because like I feel for like macam I rasa we're quite macam one person said lah, humans supporting humans. There is no like edge on that. There's no like the right ataupun the left. Tetapi on media it's like it's so only the extreme of any side is always the one yang macam push forward. So the people who have, I feel like macam better than bila I cakap common decency, but I rasa macam like you know, wanting to have common decency tu macam tak ramai, as if macam perempuan ni
yeah. Macam what we need to at the end of the day lah, kalau it's so many things untuk korang macam consider, but just remember this, we are all human beings and human beings are complex beings, you know, kita tak black or white, we have different what do you call that, like layers of us. Like contohnya, if we believe in something, we might believe in this thing from a different perspective, and that perspective might be because of our family background, might be because of our you know, it could be because of trauma, or it could be because the things that you like speaks to you, that it's very personal. And when we say that we want to have a place without discrimination, we really mean it, in a sense that we accept everyone can be, even orang yang nampak macam jahat gila, there must be some kind of benda baik yang kita boleh relate, because at the end of the day we are one race, which is human race, and humans are never one thing.
And there's this quote that I really I would like to share lah, because it's from this show called Fleabag, and this character macam complain lah pasal people are annoying, but people are all we have. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We only have it. You have cats, you have dogs, you can have pets, but people are all you've got, to help make things better.
Ya, ni, dia lagi tengok komen ni. Jihan. I macam nak suruh Jihan cakap banyak sikit, sorry lah. Sorry for calling.
Sorry.
Betul.
Aku ni kalau mula bercakap, sorry. Okay, Jihan, I will mute.
Okay, I unmute. Yelah, sebab sebenarnya in this society kan, even normal things macam not just for the macam 4 perempuan dalam poster tu tau. Macam all women are supposed to cook, to clean. And bila diorang buat benda tu, it's a normal thing. But when a guy steps up and buat benda tu, macam wow, such a good husband. So macam dia tengah masak, it's normal. If one person is busy, another person will cook, and it should be macam for both roles, and tak patut ada macam perempuan should do this and lelaki should do this, and that's this generalization of what women should be and what men should be.
Yep. This is one of the main things juga yang we want to start a conversation with. Why do we have these standards, sedangkan this is part of survival actually sebenarnya, like to know what to cari makan bila perlu. So either you beli or you masak. Itulah, like let's just macam casually bring this and rethink the way we inherit all this kepercayaan and budaya lah, basically. Okay, I think kita dah boleh move on to the next one, which is kejap I kena hide ni. Okay, kenapa pilih nama Scarlet Teja? Okay, Tika boleh start with the history.
I don't want to go too deep on this. This is not a lecture, but I think for a lot of people who have been macam watching, contohnya siapa pernah tengok cerita movie Easy A, ada Emma Stone, ataupun there's actually sebenarnya dalam pop culture, kalau western pop culture, benda ni sangat banyak lah dalam culture, sebab it's from this book, nama dia The Scarlet Letter by an American author, Nathaniel Hawthorne. So buku ni dah lama, dah tua, nenek korang pun dah, orang yang baca buku time tu dah tak ada dah. Dah tak ada dah, because this book was before 1900s. Kita dah 2021.
Sebelum merdeka.
Yes,
sebelum
but the show, I tak tahu time tu ada ke government kat kita. I mean, like I can't even imagine what's happening in Malaysia at the time. Tapi macam to show like how relatable the story is. So this is a story about, cerita ni macam pasal a woman who yang dihukum publicly kerana melahirkan anak luar nikah, dan disuruh pakai huruf besar A dekat badan dia, kat baju dia ke apa ke, and keadaan waktu tu semua orang macam if you're a Christian you would know Puritans, so they are quite modest in their wear, so they're wearing black, tapi pop Minah ni ada A besar, merah pula tu. So dia macam a stigma lah to show, okay, ni adalah perempuan yang tak suci, dia ada anak luar nikah. So she's made to carry that burden of having her sin being publicly shown. Padahal, in the act of creating a child, 2 people are involved, but she is the one that's being made to wear the letter. And the letter is scarlet, so scarlet has a very loud, very aggressive kind of color.
Untuk orang tak tahu, scarlet adalah nama warna, a shade of red. So itulah namanya Scarlet. Dan dalam cerita tu juga dia ada move on towards the end, the father of the child lah kan. Dia pun ada rasa guilt and dia pun reveal dan mengaku yang dia bersalah, tapi the society react dengan macam, oh kecil je macam compared to the woman. And also because orang yang the guy tu adalah apa priest apa nama dia? What do you call that?
Minister,
Minister
kiranya
macam
religious
priest ke?
leader lah.
Religious leader dekat dalam society. So that's why orang macam like, oh that's fine. Bukanlah that's fine. I mean, diorang tak begitu like marah
They're not.
ataupun
No,
hukum.
they're just like, oh, you made a mistake.
Well, it's okay, but you're still good, you know, like.
But you feel
it must
guilty
be her.
kan?
Okay, so basically from that idea, because that benda tu berlaku lagi dalam society kita, like we are more harsh on women and stuff like that. So that is from benda tu, Scarlet tu, and then letak nama Teja sebab we are try to challenge ataupun try to fix lah mana yang macam tak perlu kita turunkan ke generasi akan datang lah, I think. Okay, so itulah letaknya Teja, so Scarlet Teja. And also I nak bagi shout out juga orang yang bagi idea letak Teja ni kepada I. Shout out kepada Ali Adnan kalau siapa yang kenal. When I had macam I had this idea, I talked to macam several people, and then Ali was the one yang suggest, you kan macam pahlawan macam gitu kan, like why not letak Teja, because dia macam ada that essence yang like strong, and also because we're talking about our own culture. Like Teja is, very prominent, and I was like, oh my god, that is so smart. So thank you, Ali. So this goes to show that this is not just women punya thing. Like we do have our allies, and that's where kalau lelaki yang join kita panggil tua, and because you guys are also pahlawan. Yay! Okay, so itulah dia Scarlet Teja. So I ada mention sikit tadi pasal kalau perempuan kita panggil sebagai Teja, lelaki sebagai tua. Nanti kita cerita sikit lah lepas ni. Macam mana nak jadi nak join discourse, sebab benda ni like I said, this is something yang kita buat as a community. Tak boleh kita orang je yang cakap seseorang, ataupun bukan seseorang, pempa orang ni kan, lepas tu macam nobody really pay attention or tak ada apa-apa yang move on lepas ni. So I think I'll take this question dulu. Tuah dengan Teja ni in short adalah kita punya ally lah, kita punya sekutu. Ada tak another term yang better? Like our allies lah.
You can be friends as well, and and also
orang yang
pahlawan.
join discourse lah. Yeah. Okay. So for now kita ada 3 social media yang akan kita sharekan our live ni. Contohnya sekarang ni kita ada live dekat Facebook, and then this live akan ada juga dekat YouTube just to reach other audience, and then we also have social media Instagram. Di situ juga part of the soalan yang ditanyakan, kalau dia macam the highlight tu akan kita orang uploadkan dekat Instagram lah, this anonymous questions and maybe snippets of the things that we highlighted. Di situlah kalau ada macam updates ke apa ke, semua dekat Instagram tu. Okay, and then we will also have another part yang nak make sure that this is a community thing. So you bukan saja boleh bagi soalan dekat dalam anonymous Google form tu, you can also bagi suggestion of reading materials ataupun videos atau any links yang di mana kita orang boleh masukkan dekat dalam Telegram channel The Scarlet Teja Project. Okay, one of the things yang agak penting adalah bukan sahaja bertanya soalan, tetapi cuba mencari jawapan dari sources yang credible. Bukan sahaja go on and seek for confirmation bias. Confirmation bias ni maksudnya you cari orang yang sama dengan yang you percaya je, and then yelah betul lah tu, see aku betul. So that's why we want to have a conversation macam ni, supaya maybe you have a certain opinion, so this is we offer another opinion, then you can decide. Ataupun you macam there's something nak tahu lebih, then you can also join our Telegram channel. You can just search the Scarlet Teja Project. Di situ kita orang akan letak materials more, macam contohnya today kalau kita ada mention, contohnya Atika ada mention pasal the Scarlet Letter, we can share the material untuk if you want to know more about that, or you can Google obviously, but it's easier bila material tu dah di-vetted lah. At least for us, kita orang akan vetted, at least make sure that there's no blatant misconception. But at the end of the day, please remember that we don't want you to stop at us. Maksudnya jangan ambil maklumat daripada kita orang je. Maybe kita orang find your own resources yang you akan nak dengar lagi atau dengar lagi daripada orang lain juga. So at the end of the day, you'll have multiple perspectives to consider and make informed decision. So itulah sense of community, and tadi ada cakap pasal Telegram group channel, and we will also have other places di mana you guys can contribute juga. Contohnya Spotify playlist ke, maybe kita ada care packages ke, you know, like this sense of community and sisterhood is very important, and hopefully you guys boleh tengok, follow kita orang dekat Instagram. That's where we will release lah all this information, all the detail nantilah, tapi itulah benda yang boleh dibayangkan for now. So dia ada dua cabang lah. Satu adalah for like conversation starter, satu adalah follow up, supaya the most important thing is we don't want this to be macam touch and go punya benda tau. Macam tengok live lepas tu lah, ya tak fikir apa dah. So tengok live and then you boleh read more, or you can join and be supported lah. Macam Spotify punya playlist tu mungkin kita boleh suggest podcast ke apa ke, for you know, to feel like this is an ongoing process. It's a course, it's a process, it's not, you know, it's not one thing, touch and go thing. Okay, anyone would like to add more? Macam mana nak jadi Teja dengan tuah?
Tak ada, I have nothing to add. Dengar. So basically siapa Teja and tuah is allies lah, orang yang kalau if you have questions and macam Nia cakap tadi, you can just ask anonymously juga. We have a Google form link, kalau siapa nak, you can just fill in and ask your questions, and just basically participating on apa yang kita share lah. Itu je lah cara untuk jadi Teja and tuah. It's not that complicated pun.
Ya, dia tak ada membership punya price.
No.
Dia tak ada agreement. Dia tak ada apa. Dia je macam you rasa macam baca something atau you jumpa something dekat social media or somewhere, lepas tu you rasa macam ni memang best lah, I want more people to read this. So you can masukkan that link dekat dalam that Google form juga, and that it will also be anonymous because again, if you don't want to be known, but it doesn't mean that kita orang tak bagi you guys reveal korang tuah dan Teja kita orang. You can, but if you decide to do this anonymously, it's okay.
Yeah, just feel comfortable, just whatever that makes you feel comfortable. Also, macam I rasa macam in terms of like Teja and tuah tu, we are macam people who are curious to find out more, and we are going to macam try not to be an echo chamber lah. Maknanya orang cakap benda sama. Kan?
Ni talking about not trying to be the echo chamber. Apa reactionnya ni? Tapi tuah terlalu taat pada authority. Kalau tabu ni kena panggil jebat.
Sebab jebat dia loyal pada tuah kan.
Itulah, dia macam ni tau. Dia banyak
Please correct me if I'm wrong. Sebab yang ni adalah daripada cerita yang TV black and white punya movie. Itulah yang I tengok dulu. Like jebat is more loyal to his friend, and then tuah is, well, I mean, we can reclaim the cewa.
Ya, sebenarnya
we
macam
can reclaim the name.
Ya, dia penggunaan Teja dengan tuah ni bukanlah maksudnya we are so loyal to the story. Satu sebab dia T, so Scarlet Teja so tuah tu, and then because dia orang pahlawan, but at the same time when we talk about humans are complex, we know that tuah ni macam follow je authority, but at the same time this is when we say there are the complexity of things, and we can redefine things anytime. As a society, we should redefine. So maybe we can say this is the
Also,
modern day tuah.
Yeah, and also I really like this statement because it feels like, maybe we should, like you said, Lania, we should revisit this story and try to like, what is it actually? Because one thing that I love, one of my passions is stories, folklore, myths, and just any stories lah. So like maybe we should revisit that. Like, what was the story that was told to us by text? What was the story that was told to us by TV on the film? But betul ke Teja pula. Betul ke tuah tu memang hanya macam single minded, hanya dengan authority? Dia bukan ke dia macam guilty, dia ada things inside him that he has to fight? Kan I rasa macam, I really like this
It's very important sebab you guys need to realize even history textbooks are different from different country. So if you read textbook sejarah daripada Malaysia and then compare that to textbook sejarah daripada Singapore, you'll find different stories because it's different perspective. And it's not to say which one is right, which one is wrong. This is why we have to try to baca banyak and then we can make informed decision. And it doesn't necessarily lead to an action. It can just lead to understanding. It can just lead to celebration and again, I think understanding lah macam and accepting the fact that kita semua berbeza and we raikan lah that perbezaan. So that was the first controversial point I cakap kot. Textbook semua tak sama korang.
No,
anyway.
if we all had the same mind, kita jadi macam itulah yang Attack of the Clones. Clone je lah, clone. Kita tak. Right. Do you have any other questions?
Tak ada. Kita dah tak ada soalan tu. Tapi now I think we can move on to menjawab soalan yang orang hantarkan secara anonymous. Okay, kita mula dengan yang ni. Kita mula dengan yang light dulu.
Tips tahan puasa, bangun lambat. Ni maksudnya terlepas sahur ke?
I think so. Bangun lambat and tak makan kan. So you have to berpuasa like almost 24 hours. So kalau korang macam ni, apa korang buat? Lama tu.
Go Jihan, go. Alamak, Jihan pun.
Tidur balik sampai berbuka.
Siap je. Depends on pukul berapa bangun lambat tu
Ya. Bangun lambat tu macam kalau bangun lambat tu pukul 12 tengah hari. I mean, me personally, I can't really say much because I'm not the healthiest person. I pun kalau macam tak sahur, nanti I akan rasa efek dia lebih kurang pukul 2 tu. I dah rasa macam otak dah macam screen saver je. Dalam otak tu dah macam screen saver je. So I feel like different bodies react differently. Some people are okay tak makan for a long time. That's why some people punya intermittent fasting tu macam like 18 hours, 20 hours. And some people gastric. So dia mesti kena makan kan. Macam, and that's why dia tak puasa. For me personally, I tak ada pun rasa macam I have to macam tahan puasa. I mean, I just go with the flow je lah. As long as the food is not in front of me, I'm good.
Dah Gaya?
Rasanya I orang yang selalu lepas sahur kot. Sebab I ada masalah I ada masalah insomnia actually. So susah nak tidur. Kalau tidur pun terjaga-jaga. So usually what I do is I akan makan sebelum I tidur. Sebab I memang ada problem nak tidur pun, nak fall asleep. So I akan makan maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. And then I akan tidur, lepas I akan bangun. Tapi ada je hari yang macam hari yang penat gila, I dapat tidur, I akan terlepas bangun sahurnya. Memang takkan bangun. So kalau dalam keadaan tu macam tak boleh nak buat apa-apa lah kan. Kena just teguhkan je. Tapi my weakness is coffee. So I tak boleh tak ada coffee. So I make sure every day lepas buka puasa kena minum kopi. Sebab kalau tak sahur tak apa tau. Lapar tu tak apa. Yang pening kepala kalau tak minum kopi tu yang akan macam betul-betul macam mengganggu iman. Macam alamak macam mana
hangover.
I hate to be one of those people but I do need coffee as well. I support you.
So you kena minum kopi sebab kalau you tak, sebab the first week puasa kadang-kadang tak tahu bila nak minum kopi sebab kalau minum malam tak boleh tidur kan. So dia akan macam tarik kat belakang ni, sakit kepala tau. So I make sure I have coffee. Asalkan tak pening kepala tu, tak makan tak apa. Kalau you guys perasan, puasa ni makan tak ada hal sangat kan. Dia pasal haus dengan pasal
hydration.
pening kepala ke.
Exactly.
Macam tu lah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Okay.
And for me it's coffee. Coffee is for energy. Like kalau tak I memang macam tu lah. Macam kalau kata screen saver tu memang macam my face macam screen saver lah. Kalau you grow up in the 90s kan. Kan ada yang macam yang maze yang masuk, belok, masuk.
Ya.
We are revealing our age here.
So macam you physically ada tapi you punya otak tengah macam tengah ni lah screen saver.
Loading.
Tengah bergerak ada. Yes. Exactly. I faham. Yeah.
So nampaknya I lain daripada korang. Jihan pun pentingkan kopi
I kena minum hari-hari. The most yang tak boleh, kalau I skip pun maybe 2 hari I boleh skip, but then the next day I kena juga minum kopi. Kalau tak, dia punya pening tu memang dia macam almost macam nak demam tau, because you cannot really do anything. Dia punya sakit kepala tu.
Betul. Betul.
Lepas tu I rasa as for me macam kalau nak tips tahan puasa lah kan, I suka buat something yang macam take all of my attention, so I kind of lupa yang I lapar or I haus, so I will either draw ataupun I akan tengok movie, so that macam masa berlalu and I tak terfikir sangat lah pasal I lapar ke haus tu.
Yeah. Usually kalau kerja kita tak perasan pun. Kalau kerja I selalu perasan I duduk, I bangun-bangun dah pukul 7 dah. So kerja will take your mind off everything Just so kalau you ada any pending kerja ke apa, bulan Ramadan ni lah masa untuk you siapkan. Sebab you tak ada lunch hour, tak ada apa. So you just siapkan semua kerja lah. I guess that can take your mind off food for a while.
We are so different. Kalau macam I pula, I need to know apa yang I akan makan baru I akan macam tenang. Okay, it's fine, I'm gonna eat this. So contohnya kalau I kena tahan lapar lama lagi, then I akan cepat-cepat macam browse makanan. I know dia akan buatkan I rasa lagi teringin nak makan, but then I akan terus order ke ataupun I akan terus macam it's gonna be fine. Dia macam it's a psychological mind because my
macam
relationship
reward.
with food is toxic. Macam I macam that's why I susah nak kuruskan badan is because I macam toxic lah dengan makanan ni. I tak boleh nak tenang. Macam tengah makan lunch tu I dah fikir dah pasal okay what am I gonna have for dinner, and then bila I dah tahu baru I macam tenang. So
you can okay Azaria, go on, sorry.
No, betul lah, macam reward lah. Okay, kalau you tahan, nanti you dapat makan ni.
And then kalau I makin lapar lagi, I akan tengok more, macam tengok lagi makanan tu, macam tengok video about that makanan, and macam I layan I punya desire. I don't know lah, I don't think that's good kalau orang berpuasa, because kau berpuasa sepatutnya you macam limit your nafsu and all. But I entertain my nafsu so that I can bersabar sampai I finally get the reward.
Tapi baguslah. You menguji keimanan you sendiri. So baguslah.
Dia macam training technique.
Kalau you boleh tahan.
Or maybe I'm just a masochist when it comes to food. I make myself macam suffer.
What were you thinking just now?
Oh tak, kalau I contoh macam it's around 2 or 3 kan, and lama lagi nak sampai pukul 7 tu, I suka buat benda-benda macam I think 2 days ago I buat cottage cheese. Benda yang I boleh simpan so that masa pukul 7 something I dah boleh makan. So I suka occupy my time dengan buat benda-benda DIY recipes lah, macam coconut oil buat sendiri, benda-benda macam tu.
You guys kena follow page Instagram diorang ataupun Facebook. Jangan selalu update dekat story tau. Dia lagi resepi ni, dia lagi resepi ni. Macam oh my god, fancynya. I tahu lauk-lauk Melayu tu je lah, ulang lah kau setiap hari.
I actually tengok Grab je. What's available on Grab?
I duduk jauh from delivery area, so macam I tak boleh nak order outside. It will cost macam 10 to 11 ringgit just for the delivery.
Okay.
Tapi tak apalah, at least you guys boleh masak sendiri. You dengan Ipan selalu macam buat eksperimen kan. Kalau I duduk jauh daripada tempat delivery, I think Maggi je lah kot. Different type of Maggi. Okay, kita move on kepada the next soalan. Soalan ni macam agak, dia ada 2 parts I show dulu the first one. For now, I'm feeling helpless because my boyfriend lives alone in Terengganu and there's no one he can be with. I'm here surrounded with the people I care about. And then the second part of the question, I feel useless about me not being able to be there to give comfort. I FaceTime him every day and check up on him, but it's the situation of not being able to be with each other physically. It's challenging. So korang pernah tak long distance relationship?
Sebab I've never been in a long distance relationship. So I sendiri pun selalu tertanya-tanya macam mana orang deal dengan long distance relationship, sebab dia hanya boleh FaceTime je lah the most kalau nak tengok. Kalau tak, call je kan. So I sendiri pun tertanya-tanya juga sebab I punya best friend, dia lagilah dia punya husband sebab pasal COVID ni semua kan. So dah 1 year dia tak dapat jumpa husband dia tak dapat tengok anak dia orang kat sini.
Wow.
Memang dia FaceTime every day, tapi I'm wondering emotionally macam mana dia deal dengan benda tu dan macam mana dia bagi anak dia faham yang kenapa tak boleh jumpa bapa dia sekarang. So I tak tahu macam mana nak bagi tips untuk bahagian ni sebab I've never been in that situation myself.
Itulah. Especially if couples yang where their love language is touch. So it's like it's quite a dilemma. I feel like macam like because I do have friends all over the world, but I don't really have like macam one
romantic
person,
partner.
you know, a romantic partner.
Committed lah.
So
You're not in a committed relationship.
No. So I macam I tak ada pun rasa macam like a responsibility to make someone feel like I'm the only source of comfort for that person. I don't have that situation. So I mean, with the friends that I do have, I sometimes send them like I feel like tulis surat on paper is actually quite nice because I like receiving it. I hantar postcards and I get postcards. But like I said lah, those are my friends. They're not my boyfriend ke, my lover ke. They're not. So yeah, I mean, but that's how I show them how I care. Like I will not just because it's easy to contact, to connect with people using your phone. But I feel like if you give, you spend some time to curate
physical things,
a box ke, a picture of you ke, or something that's just like they can hold, or smell, like because
yelah, bagi a gift kan.
Kalau tapi again itu kawan I
Betul-betul. Ataupun kalau you suka drawing, maybe you make a drawing of your kenangan bersama ke something simple and then you can post to them.
Ya.
So benda tu
I
benda
rasa
heartfelt lah kan.
penting ada benda yang boleh pegang tu macam to replace your body lah. Macam dia lain daripada tengok kat screen. So kalau you boleh hantar care package, dalam tu ada barang-barang personal to you guys and then ada your own things yang you hantar. Maybe your perfume yang you selalu pakai that can help remind the other person of you. So ada that physical tu bolehlah kot replace sikit daripada tak boleh nak physically be together. But I do nak suggest semua couple lah buat quiz yang love language tu. Okay, so dia ada buka online, you just type love language quiz and then bila you tahu each other punya love language and that's dekat situ lah you boleh fulfill apa yang diperlukan oleh each other. Sebab contohnya kalau kita cakap bagi hadiah but love language untuk your partner tu tak hadiah pun, dia dapat hadiah dia macam monyet dapat bunga kan, tak guna juga. Nanti you pula rasa macam sedih sebab penat aku macam you tulis surat semua and then buat all these things tak appreciated, nanti jadi gaduh pula. So might as well first find out about each other punya love language and then try to find creative ways to fulfill that walaupun dari jauh. Macam tu lah. Jihan ada tak?
No, I have nothing to add sebab I pun have never been in a long distance relationship. Tapi I agree lah yang to be able to hold something physically daripada your partner, that macam dia not as good as having that person by your side, tapi at least it can help just a little bit lah.
Okay, Azaria dia log in and out.
Azaria dia overseas agaknya.
Ni satu soalan. I think this is the second last soalan. Okay, why money always be the reason for people to change their life? Sedangkan life improvement ni ada banyak faktor lain, tapi mostly duit jadi penyebab utama. Why? And what can this person do lah kalau sebenarnya dia di persimpangan dilema bila orang pentingkan duit. I think kalau I don't know, obviously we don't have the context of this question, but if I were to try to imagine this person's place, mungkin yang macam typical adalah kalau macam you nak ambil course apa dekat university and then I personally dulu my parents would be like, oh jangan ambil course ni, nanti you tak boleh dapat kerja and tak ada duit and tak ada security. So padahal sebenarnya kerja tu like forever tau. Bila you start kerja 25 tahun tu sampai you mati pencen, you akan jadi kerja tu tau. And if you hate it and then kalau you dapat duit banyak, maybe like you can buy happiness. I do believe in that. Like money can afford you some stuff and solve your problems. But contohnya kalau you dapat kerja yang macam middle ground je, middle class je, cukup bulan je, memang yelah, of course it's better than not having money at all. But if you're miserable, macam it's not worth it to throw your life away. But I understand that this is something yang our culture masih lagi, our society lah masih lagi macam stuck with, kan. Macam kalau you nak ambil course yang kurang banyak duit, then agak susah. So
Yeah.
I personally dulu I dengar cakap my parents but if now kalau I look back and I could have my way, I would not follow saja. I'm not saying that I
Yeah.
regret my life now. It's just that money tu penting. Tapi lagi-lagi di tahun 2021 tu ni, there's nothing guaranteed. Like siapa antara kita yang tahu, yang boleh jangka tahun 2020 kita akan ada this life yang sangat unpredictable.
Tunggang
You know,
terbalik.
like tunggang terbalik. Orang ada kerja and people yang macam dulu jadi engineer pun boleh hilang kerja. Like the pilots and people yang kita macam look up to, yang macam very secure pun boleh hilang kerja. And then student masuk you pun even now salah satu isunya adalah you dah belajar 5 tahun pun tiba-tiba you punya universiti punya course tu tak accredited pun. So macam you know, like masa last year tu a lot of job jadi tak relevant, and tiba-tiba if you are creative, that's where you can still be resourceful. Padahal Yelah, the things change. Things change sangat. So macam dulu masa kecil, I bayangkan tahun 2020 kita akan ada kereta terbang, kita akan ada all this.
Tu textbook, tu salah textbook dia dulu kes
kan.
wawasan 2020.
Wawasan 2020. I was thinking macam, oh my god, tak sabarnya, like 2020, like all these things. Macam I didn't even imagine like a glorious Malaysia. But to 2021, we're still talking about issues yang daripada I kecil lagi tak settle, kan. So yeah, tak worth it kot kalau fikir pasal duit from our understanding right now. But at the same time, ada tak suggestion kalau macam mana nak deal with that? Kalau contohnya parents lah, kan, macam mana kita nak cakap dengan parents?
Not just parents, but like the people, people's advice will always be like, well, macam tu lah, macam you cakap lah, kan especially now a lot of graduates bila dia start off kerja, kan nanti dia orang akan cakap gaji dia sikit tapi experience dia sangat berbaloi, kan, like you'll be paid in experience, kan, macam tu kan, for a job that's
ataupun,
like
exposure untuk creative work, kan.
exposure about creative work. I
Oh
feel
my
like
god, I baru dapat exposure kind of performance.
Demon.
Really?
Okay.
You're coming from the
2021,
creative
you're
side,
still doing that.
Jihan. I feel
Yeah.
like you have more of, you know, an authority concerning this. Like, macam, where do you decide, like, macam, okay, this is how I'm going to be living my life for?
When I first start, especially performing lah, sebab I think I am more to performing. So when I first started, in my family, I am the only one yang get into this field. So it was kind of hard to tell my parents lah on why I choose this path, and I even dapat macam remarks yang macam, kenapa minta sedekah kat tepi jalan when you do busking sessions lah. But I think after a while, if you choose that kind of, you know, path, bila you start to show them that you are actually secure in that field and you can do what you can do, then lama-lama they will macam soften up to that decision. But I have to admit yang when PKP first started March last year, we didn't have any income for about 7 to 8 months at all, sebab performances are cancelled, artist residencies kena tutup. So it was quite hard, and we had to be very creative lah on macam mana nak dapat income, because online performance memang ada banyak gila. Cannot deny that memang online performance masa first PKP dulu macam one after another, kan. But most of them are not paid performance. So dia macam it's more like a exposure performance jugalah sebenarnya benda tu. But after a while you start to learn on how to get some income by doing what you do, tapi not like live performance. Macam I buat dubbing lagu budak-budak, I buat apa lagi, I buat subtitle, benda-benda macam tu lah. So we have to macam try to find ways on how to carry on dengan not being able to perform.
Yeah, I mean, personally for me, like I do have to admit, like a lot of my decision making when it comes to being who I am, money was part of it. Sebab macam, and not even a lot of money. Tak adalah macam nak, I nak jadi Bill Gates kan, nak jadi apa kan, tak adalah macam tu. But like, you know, to be able to live, to be able to have that spot and that kind of situation. And so, I do like macam bila I dengar you cakap ni Jihai, rasa macam wah bestnya. Like because that's one of the things that I really loved. I love doing voiceovers. I love doing macam apa ni, I don't know, performances ke or whatever ke. Macam all those things sound like really exciting to me. But I feel like there is and I know this might be mean ke atau apa, but macam there's a certain a problem with our society yang macam tak celebrate originality and uniqueness or something like that. Because I like the story of Jim Carrey. Dia pernah cerita like macam why does he go into stand up, and he said when he grew up he saw his dad worked for macam Nia cakap lah like 30 years. And then he finally got to do what he loved. And he said, do I want to spend 30 years, you know, doing that and then do what I want to do at the age of 60? Or do I want to spend 30 years like macam doing something that I truly enjoy and then, you know, and then like if at the end of that 30 years, I also end up pencen, tapi I ended up doing the things that I love kan. And lucky for him, he lives in a society that support arts, support uniqueness, support comedic talent kan. So I feel like one part of that when we discuss decision making is our part as a society, like how do we respond to unique talents and how do we award our artists and our creative minds, because I rasa sebenarnya we have so like I sangat suka the idea of macam baru-baru ni I ada tengok movie filem Melayu Roh I macam I don't know how to throw my money at that person sebab I rasa macam I want more. I rasa macam nak buat lagi macam tu lah kan. So I rasa macam like that aspect of from a societal aspect lah, not just from an individual aspect. We need to step up macam tu lah.
Yeah, support tu lah. That's what we are trying to be for people yang macam ni lah, exactly like this. Like, we know the struggle. Kita orang dah lepas and each of us buat decision yang berbeza. And I personally, before this, like I said, I follow what my parents or maybe that's the macam the standard traditional expectation kot kan. And then, okay, but also after that, I realized that, okay, I think I really need to do something for myself, and that's why I'm doing all this. But just remember, we all pay with something. We always pay with something. So it's either you pay with security. So maksudnya if you get to do what you're passionate about, then it's a brave decision, yes. But we do know that money tu penting. We just live in the world that semua benda pun memang perlukan duit. We cannot deny that. But at the same time, it's not the most important thing because you can pay with something else. So macam me personally, I'm paying with time and energy because I do have my professional job yang I memang kena 9 to 5, and then also I want to still feed my passion and my soul. So because of that, I'm paying with my energy and time, and also I have kids. Lagilah kurangkan lagi because I also want to have a very good relationship with my kids and rapat dengan diorang and all and buat activity, quality time sama. So at the end of the day, we are paying with something, but kalau kita yang decide that we are the one yang decide apa yang kita nak sacrifice, then I think apa challenge pun, macam contohnya macam last year like Jihan said, memang susah, but because it's a decision yang you guys buat and you know yourself, you know your capacity, and you are not macam you are the decision maker of your own destiny kan. So dia tak ada rasa tak sedap tu lah. I tak tahu apa perkataan dia, but if you follow orang je, you akan ada resentment.
But actually I have to acknowledge yang benda tu sebenarnya satu privilege to be able to have that choice. Ada orang yang born in a family yang mana dia kena jaga dia punya parents, dia kena jaga family members yang membuatkan dia tak boleh chase dia punya dream. So I'm quite thankful that I have that privilege to choose apa yang I nak buat lah. Because ada orang yang nak tapi dia tak boleh, bukan dia memang tak boleh lah, bukan sebab dia
I know.
not capable of doing that. No.
Yeah. So kalau we are here to be supportive of, kalau you nak further find it, macam orang yang boleh support you punya curiosity, and you maybe decision yang agak lain daripada the standard, but at the same time we also acknowledge that if you come from a family yang memang oppose and you really don't have the resources, then memang kena follow, and that was me. And don't worry, we will macam nanti bila dah secure sikit ke, you can still buat juga, like it's not the end of the day lah, at the end of the life lah, macam tu lah, at the end of the world. What am I saying? Okay, I rasa lah kita move on to the last one. Ini agak berat. Kita ni ini adalah kiriman yang macam ni je ditinggalkan dekat dalam kita punya Google Form tu. Rasa sangat deep that I've seen. Dia worry about that dia dah ada buat salah dan dia risau akan hilang people yang dia sayang tu, maybe due to that sin. Yeah. Deep. Anyone would like to start?
Senyap je semua. Berat sangat ni.
I type suruh Azaria bercakap je the soalan ni.
Sebab I rasa macam I jangan cakap, I macam dengar juga Azaria. Kesian Azaria.
Oh, yang ni?
Azaria,
Okay,
are you okay?
untuk orang yang tengah tengok, Azaria sekarang tak boleh dengar kita. That's why I kena send message kepada dia. Okay, go on Azaria.
So you nak jawab this question.
Yeah.
Yes.
This question that I've seen and scared of losing people I love. Wah, susahnya soalan ni, soalan spiritual. I fikir jap. That I've seen and scared of losing the people I love. Tak lah, I rasa macam, okay, so I tak boleh jawab sebab, bukan tak boleh jawab, macam I bukan orang yang spiritual, yang macam close to God semua tu kan. Tapi, I believe yang memang kita semua ada melalui kot time ni dalam kita punya life. Yang kita rasa macam, alamak kita dah buat macam-macam ni, macam mana nanti kita akan dapat macam karma ke kan, in some way or other. So, I rasa that's what the person who wrote this question is thinking about. Yang macam kalau dah buat macam-macam, adakah karma akan macam bite dia balik ke apa kan. Tapi, you kena ingat yang karma ada dua jenis, karma and kifarah kan. So dia ada dua jenis, dia ada the bad things that you do yang akan come back to you negatively, but the good things that you do akan come back to you threefold. That's what kita are told to believe in. So kalau you rasa, oh my god, I've done so many sinful things, macam mana I nak go on with my life? And if you're not a spiritual person, you tak sembahyang tak cukup 5 waktu semua, it's okay, you can go the other way, you can use other methods. Contohnya macam you tak bagi tahu orang tapi you derma, you sedekah, or you find some way to help other people. I believe personally lah, benda tu akan help you in the long run. So kalau you bagi orang, you akan dapat lagi banyak in the future. So I guess that's one of the ways yang you can macam make peace dengan the world kot, even if you're not a spiritual person. I rasa lah. That's my opinion.
Actually, I rasa spirituality ni dia bukannya satu benda je, and to keep the space ni macam tak ada dominant like okay, one of the mission adalah untuk kita rasa this space is inclusive for everyone. So we'll talk about spirituality in a very general term. So whatever you believe in, whatever your faith is, semuanya adalah untuk bagi you jadi orang yang lebih baik. Sebab why have a faith ataupun religion kalau you become a bad person just to enter heaven? Ataupun macam dia sama konsep macam you nak berjaya, ya, berjaya itu adalah satu benda yang bagus, but while you nak berjaya tu you step on people's toes, then it's not bagus. So this the same thing, whatever you believe in, kalau contohnya you risau akan ada benda negatif yang akan datang kepada you, then obviously satu benda bagus you sedar yang it's a bad thing, and realization yang you reflection tu kan, realization that you are actually sinning tu pun it's very important sebab we need to be able to reflect on our actions, but at the same time macam Azadia kata, keep on just doing good things yang mana you boleh buat pada waktu tu and yang you resonate with, sebab at the end of the day again spirituality, faith and everything semua tu adalah untuk jadikan you manusia yang lebih baik. So just try to
Yeah.
be manusia yang baik in whatever way you can and you it resonates with you.
Yeah, and I feel like and I feel like macam okay, this fear of losing the people you love is, you know, it either stems from a lack of communication with the people that we love, like apa ni you know, in communicating how much we love each other, you know, because there is this idea that macam I only love you if you're this person, like, you know, there's this idea macam if you're smart, if you get good A's, then I love you. Gitu lah, like
Yeah, love
there's
is so
kind of like,
conditional.
yeah, I feel like macam that fear could be rooted in that lah, because a lot of us do have that fear. I myself am apa ni I guess a perpetrator of this fear as well. So but I also believe that like the right people will love you and support you and help too, because okay, if the sin that you're committing, whatever sin lah kan, sebab sin tu macam bunyi dia macam mythological, macam like very kan, if it's hurting other people, then the right people who do love you will help you to be better. And like Nia cakap lah, the moment of recognition tu macam okay, I've been hurting other, or I've been, you know, causing pain, or I've been whatever, my this person would probably have a hard time loving me kan, because it's not like they don't love you, but they might have a hard time with it lah, because if something that you've committed is hurting other people, then you know it's hard. But like I feel like if the people that you love really love you, they will want to help you and they won't cut you off, you know.
Okay, the first thing yang kita kena tanya diri sendiri to everyone, regardless of what your faith is, or what how you define spirituality. When you define sin, this sin adalah you dengan orang ke? This sin adalah you dengan your creator ke? This sin is to who? And is it a personal thing? Is it a thing yang contohnya macam when you hurt other people, it's no longer a personal thing, okay? Because dah ada involve ada orang dan dah ada victim. Whenever there's a victim to something, it's crime, okay? And crime is non-negotiable. So of course benda-benda macam tu memang kita kena, you know, like try to stop it there and then really try to right now fix it. But when the sin is about macam you and other things yang tidak tidak ada victim lah dengan anybody else, then if people put you macam mana macam orang, you lose people because of that. I do want to say that you have to realize that they might not love you in the first place. Okay, although dia orang kata they love you, sebab if you love someone, love should not be conditional. Contohnya I cakap I sayang you, hai, tapi kalau you tak suka pakai warna hitam sebab I bagi I warna hitam is the best, then I cannot love you because we are so different, and you are gonna and I'm upset, you're making me sad. Okay, so in that moment when you say you're disappointed when someone is not doing the things that you yang sepatutnya buat, that means you are thinking of love to yourself. You are thinking of it from a very self-centered way and selfish way. So at the end of the day, you don't really love that person because you love yourself. So macam tu lah, dia macam if you are okay with people hurting, just make sure that orang tu stay in the lane yang you believe in. Kalau dia tak stay in the lane, then you tak boleh sayang. So maybe that's not love, and it's okay. You can find other people that love you because dalam dunia ada banyak.
7 billion, you know, if you just throw a number out there. Yeah.
So itulah dia. I do rasa macam I personally boleh relate lah to this question where maybe the scene that I decided to
Commit.
commit buatkan like I lose people yang I love because they say that this is disappointing and I'm bringing down whatever ke apa ke kan, macam how could I do this, but when they know that I personally struggle with it, it's not like something yang I saja je nak buat. I do believe that nobody akan pilih untuk buat benda yang lain daripada yang lain kalau dia tahu decision tu akan buatkan hidup dia susah. Macam kita contohnya macam it's easy for us to just buat je apa yang orang lain buat and be happy, and semua orang pun macam kenapa I nak buat satu decision yang buatkan orang lain benci I. There must be because I cannot bring myself to that ke, or maybe I'm trying to, I'm just take time. Like people are complex, like I said. Itulah dia. So it's fine if you lose people. It doesn't mean that you will forever lose that person. Maybe just that time dia tak vibe. Maybe in future akan vibe. Sebab it's healthy juga untuk orang tu.
Yeah, I think this one saying, those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind.
Apa?
So
Oh yeah. Those those who mind don't matter.
those who mind don't matter and those who matter don't mind.
Betul juga.
But Zaid there's some comments in there. Zaid said dosa dengan Tuhan, taubat dan minta ampun pada Tuhan. Of course that's for those who are very religious. Yeah, I feel like that's a practical advice.
Betul. Ni lah yang goes to my suggestion tadi tu. You ask dulu. Jangan buat salah dengan siapa. And kalau you boleh change and stop, of course you stop lah kan, sebab you dah tahu you buat salah. Kenapa nak buat nak keep on buat salah kan? But there's a reason why you realise it's salah, but you just feel like, oh my god, this is so hard. So how? Ada tau.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I personally can. Like I realise this is not the best, this is not the ideal. I wish I could be the ideal person so I don't have to deal with all these things, But it's just hard for me. But at the same time, I'll try to make sure that I still become a good person lah. Itulah. Ya, macam kalau buat salah jangan ulang simple. No, unfortunately it's not that simple. Unfortunately it's not. Kalau dia simple memang macam best lah kan. Tapi itulah, that's why it's very important untuk kita be supportive, and hopefully this space is for you. Yeah. Yay. Okay, I think that's the end of the question. Dah habis dah semua. So yeah, thank you so much siapa-siapa yang tengah tengok lagi sampai sekarang. And next time kita orang akan share bila the next live, and all the other updates akan di-update dekat Instagram. Okay?
Yep.
Ada apa-apa
and thank you so
last
much for those people who send questions. I rasa macam some of these questions are quite poetic, and I really like it.
Oh, betul. Zaid cakap it's simple tapi tak mudah. Tak tahu lah.
Itu dia. Boleh buat t-shirt.
Okay. #abam. Zaid ni kawan kita orang, that's why orang kenal.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much Zaid, and we appreciate having you here Zaid, sebab dia very active dekat komen ni. Kita punya wakil jantan. Thank you Zaid.
And yeah, we could have your perspectives later, join us for FB Live, Zaid. It's really, we're looking for multiple perspectives here kan.
Yes, nanti kita akan update semua tu, dan thank you so much. We'll see you guys again next time lah. Nanti I tengok dekat Instagram. Bye. Salam sayang, Scarlet Teja.